Cooper Kupp doing a mini media tour on Friday. It was on First Take on ESPN. Here's what Cooper Kupp had to say about the potential return of Odell Beckham Jr. to the LA Rams.
Man, that would just be the coolest thing. What he was for us last year, I guess I can speak on just as a player.
Yeah.
First, what he was able to do coming into this offense, learning it, and then being able to go and execute the way he did was absolutely incredible. But then just as a person, as a teammate, how he was, in our building, I would absolutely love nothing more than just to be able to have him come back and be a part of what we're building here. And it just hurts. I talk to him, daily. Be able to keep up with him. Would love to have him back, and there's a lot of stuff that has to be worked through because of just how terrible is the unfortunate situation where he was going to have an unbelievable game that Super Bowl. The way that things were trending and just the way that the Bengals were playing us, the game plan that we had in for him to be able to just go off that game, it kills me the way that whole thing worked out. But would absolutely love to have him back. And I know our receiver room, I know the guys across the board would love to have him back in our building.
Oh, they'd love to have him back on, and I'm saying they, the organization, on their terms, because the problem is that damn ACL tear. It goes out non-contact during the Super Bowl. He's on track to be the MVP. It would have been Odell Beckham Jr., not Cooper Kupp, if the game continues to track the way that it did. And still had a long way to go. Who knows? Maybe Kupp and Beckham would have neutralized each other and Aaron Donald would have been the rightful winner of the MVP award. But regardless, Beckham was on track to have a special game. Now, everyone is kind of sitting back and waiting to see if he's going to be healthy and when he's going to be healthy. And it's unfortunate because the guy was on the precipice of a major payday.
Yeah.
And if that ACL holds up for the rest of that game, he's getting a multi-year big money contract from someone because he finishes the Super Bowl possibly with the MVP trophy.
No doubt. I think it's most people out in LA. I've talked to coaches out there, players, and you just listen to what Cooper Kupp says there. They all, almost all the same thing. When OBJ comes up, they go, oh, he was going to be the MVP. And that's coming from the Rams because you kind of heard Cooper Kupp. He went down the road there a little bit. They had a feeling the Bengals were going to play them a certain way. And I think the game was kind of turning out that way, and they were going, oh, they're going to play us this way, which means it's going to be Odell Beckham Jr. in a lot of favorable positions. And, yes, whether I've talked to Kevin O'Connell, McVay, a few other players out there, and they've all been like, oh, he was going to win MVP. The game is going to go right to him. So it is a shame that way. Again, though, here we are, evidence number 7,442 that Odell Beckham Jr. is not a jerk. He's not. Here you see, again, Cooper Kupp, Mr. Team Guy, ultimate guy. Hey, I'm all for the team. Loves Odell Beckham Jr. So it is. It's just going to be about the sweet spot. We've never heard anything other than they love him. And again, we're going to talk about it in Cleveland. They kind of still like him there too, apparently. But they got to find the sweet spot for the money, like you talked about, because I can't imagine he's going to be ready to go, within the first quarter of the season. Maybe the halfway point, but I don't think it's going to be any time before that.
It's just a shame, and we've heard for 30 years now, really since the arrival of the free agency dynamics and the salary cap. The NFL is a what have you done for me lately league. It isn't. It's what are you doing for me right now and what can I expect you to do for me tomorrow? Because lately what Beckham has done for the Rams was good, but you get the injury and lately doesn't matter. What matters is when are you healthy? When can I count on you? What return am I getting on this investment? And that's the risk. And it's unfortunate. It's unfair. I'm not saying the Rams are doing anything wrong. They would be going above and beyond the norm if they would sign Odell Beckham Jr. to a lucrative contract without knowing when he's going to be healthy. They would derive some benefit from doing so, I believe. I'm not going to say they're wrong for not doing it, but I think it would be very right and very wise and prudent for them to do it. Because there's a chance they wait long enough that one of these other teams says, we'll take him and we'll offer him more money than you are. And I don't think it'll be the Browns.
Yeah.
But the idea that Myles Garrett, who pushed for Jadeveon Clowney to come back to Cleveland, and he did, is pushing for Odell Beckham Jr. to come back. And people would say, well, why would they do that? To just release the guy? Well, that was because of the whole Baker Mayfield thing. Now that Mayfield's on the outs, you could bring back Beckham. Wouldn't that be beautiful? And wouldn't that be the ultimate middle finger by the Browns to Baker Mayfield? The moment he's gone, they bring back OBJ.
It would be. I mean, it would be amazing. And,
not that I advocate, not that I'm saying the Browns should give him the middle finger.
No,
I'm
I
just
hear
saying
you.
there would be some appeal.
Yeah.
If the Browns are pissed off at Baker Mayfield, they bring back OBJ and just kind of rub his face into the
Well, it just shows that the guy is loved in the locker room. He went on a boat trip and he got on the Mara and Eli Manning's bad side, and it's like the world turned against them because of that. That was really, to me, kind of the precipice of like the faction of fans that don't like Odell Beckham Jr. But it's just another inkling. And, yeah, would he help them out? For sure. There's no doubt. But if I'm Odell Beckham Jr., again, I don't envision him going back to the Browns, and especially not right now with Deshaun Watson being in limbo, and that continues to look worse and worse here. But the Rams still look like the perfect spot. It's something like that. And like you said, they risked the part of like, oh wait, you're gonna wait till late August, and I'd be worried about that. Oh, you're getting close to getting healthy and being able to practice and things like that. That's when the Kansas City Chiefs or the Green Bay Packers are gonna call. You better watch out. So yes, the Rams got to find that sweet spot. I really believe in my heart that Odell wants to be there. It's the right place for him too. Again, with them having Cooper Kupp and Allen Robinson and Van Jefferson, to me, the beauty of it is a little bit like he doesn't have to go there and be the star right away. He doesn't have to be dependent on right away. You can work your way back into things, and then, when you start getting going, oh, wait, I'm on the Rams. We're kind of good. Here we go for a playoff run again. And maybe he can replicate what he did in this last playoffs without getting hurt to where that can set him up for the payday. But, man, I still look at the Rams as being the perfect spot for the guy.
If I were the Rams, which team I'd be the most concerned about swooping in?
49ers?
No.
No? Which one?
No.
What are you thinking?
There's another team that has horns on its helmet, not just the Rams. Where's Kevin O'Connell?
I hear you.
Right? And think about that. And I know they've got some other guys on the roster they like KJ Osborne, and they expect Irv Smith, the tight end, who missed most of last year with a knee injury, to have a big year. But you got Justin Jefferson, who admires Odell Beckham Jr.
Right.
Adam Thielen. You go Jefferson, Thielen, Beckham as your options for Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
And there was a great article last week from Jory Epstein of USA Today talking to Justin Jefferson about how the offense is being revolutionized in Minnesota. Jefferson saying how predictable it was last year, how basic that offense is. O'Connell talking about the urgency of always scouting yourself, trying to stay ahead of the curve, always coming up with new things. That's the team that I would be worried about if I was the Rams. Now, I don't know anything, and I never do. Life is easier that way. But it just makes sense. O'Connell knows the impact.
Sure.
O'Connell was part of the game planning. And you pair Beckham with the guys they already have.
Yeah, I know.
And Cousins, you give Cousins enough time to throw the ball, that offense all of a sudden becomes one of the most explosive in the league if he's healthy and when he's healthy. The last time he had the ACL tear, it took him 11 months to get cleared. And I think that's probably the heart of the concern that teams have right now.
Yeah, I understand that. That would scare me for sure, definitely. Wide receiver, the guy that's got to jam his leg into the ground and make sharp cuts and be explosive, all that. Minnesota fits the bill as far as like what you talked about. We kind of talk about with the Rams too. There's not going to be tremendous pressure right away when you come back to go, oh, you got to perform and be the guy. I do. My only thing there I would just go is I feel like OBJ's at a point of his career where, again, he wants to be big market. He's LA. He wants to be a part of the big show. I just don't see Minnesota happening with Kirk Cousins right now. I don't mean to be. I respect Kirk Cousins. I just don't think between Minnesota and Kirk Cousins that he would go there. I think it's got to be a bigger splash than that. It's got to be Rams. It's got to be Mahomes and the Chiefs. It's going to be the Packers. It's going to be a team that he looks at that's going to be a player come January. That's what I would imagine.
The other thing, too, is, and, one of the reasons why his teammates love him, he shows love to the teammates.
He does.
He wants to have the love shown to him. What made the difference? And remember, last year when he was available, the Rams weren't on the radar screen, and it dawned on us finally one morning, the longer that this lingers, what's going to happen? Here come the Rams. The Rams are going to show up, and they eventually did. And what did they do? They put the hard sell on him. They mobilized.
Yeah.
They acted like they really wanted him.
Right.
They didn't make some perfunctory offer like the Packers did just to placate Aaron Rodgers, which is
felt the
clearly
love.
what that was.
That's what he said.
He
remember?
felt the love.
Right.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
So if there's another team out there that and again, you could how many big markets are there? He's already been in New York. He's in L.A. If you're on any NFL team, a high-profile NFL team, you become the big market. You bring it with you. And again, I'm not pushing for it. I'm not rooting for it. But I'm just saying, Kevin O'Connell's there. Justin Jefferson's there. Number 3 is not available. I checked. Cameron Dantzler has number 3, but he would probably give it up for OBJ. I would just be concerned. If I'm the Rams, if I wait too long, somebody else is going to come in and do the same thing the Rams did in November to attract Odell Beckham.
This is where I thought you were going to go. We got a little off. I was going to say this to you, but I really thought you were going to say Tampa Bay. I thought that when you were about to say it and you were going to go, I was going to go, yeah, go ahead, say it. I thought you were going to say the Tampa Bay Bucks. That'd be the team I'd be scared at because I think that, again, that they set up team-wise. They're going to be good. They're going to be in the playoffs and in the big show when it comes down to it. And then his buddies there and Brady, to where that would be the team I'd be worried about because he'd probably take less or feel comfortable. And again, just like we're talking about a little bit with the Rams, he's not desperately needed right away. I mean, it's not like, oh, we got to have you. The Bucs are going to be good. It sounds like Gronk and everything's going to be back there and everything. So that was the other team I was thinking a little bit that could be a player in this.
And remember, when he became available last year, it was Bruce Arians, the former coach of the team, that said, we're not interested in OBJ. We already have AB. Too many initials. Well, AB's gone. So OBJ and BA is gone.
Yeah, right.
AB and BA are gone. Yeah. So maybe TB12 minus AB and BA equals OBJ. Because that's the other thing, too. It's the Brady connection.
Right.
He was obsessed with the Patriots.
Right.
He was obsessed with Brady, and that Brady connection is there. The Patriots also would be on the radar screen because they were last year very quietly.
Yes, right. Yeah, I would think so. That would be a team that I'd watch out for. And, I mean, again, I think the 49ers would be another team I'd watch out for, too, because they'll fit that mold. As far as, going to be good, creative offensive coordinator. I think there's been interest there in the past between the 49ers and OBJ. So he's going to have some places to go here. It's just going to be about the money and where he's comfortable. And, yes, where the teams are comfortable and paying him. And to your point, when they think he can be back and ready to go and really contribute to the football team.
We did mention the Browns and Myles Garrett. He is trying to show the love. He understands what it takes to get through to Odell Beckham Jr., taking that case to Instagram. There it is. Come home. The fellas miss you. Now, I don't know what the response means. Who you talking to? Slime? I don't know if that's his nickname. Or Slimy? I don't know.
He must be sweaty, maybe, something like that. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know.
But, look, I don't think that Beckham is enamored with the idea of going back to Cleveland, but it would change if Baker Mayfield is officially gone. Once he's officially gone, that topic may come up about the quarterback situation in Cleveland as the show continues to unfold.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.